Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Taylor Morton's documentary, The Last Blockbuster. And this is a documentary that recounts the history, the rise and fall of Blockbuster, and talking about the very last Blockbuster that exists in Bend, Oregon, and run by Sandy Harding, and you get quite a bit of Sandy and her family and the impact on this town of Bend that this Blockbuster has. And it's still being there. As a kid, I used to go to Blockbuster and Wow Video in Westmont, New Jersey, where I grew up. And this documentary brought back so many memories of going to Blockbuster, going to Wow Video, smelling that popcorn when you walk in, walking around. First time I ever saw Monty Python and the Holy Grail was at Wow Video because they had it playing all the time. You go into Blockbuster, you rent your movies, you rent your video games, and just the boxes, and it just brought back so many memories. And what's so interesting is watching this documentary in the moment we're in life, where theaters could be Blockbuster, AMC can become Blockbuster. During this pandemic and theaters are closing, the movie theater that I have seen the most films in, AMC Hamilton in Hamilton, New Jersey, shut down in the past couple months. And this really brought those feelings to the surface as I'm watching this documentary and realizing the cyclical nature of things and how things come and go. And physical media will be a thing of the past someday, as I'm surrounded by it right now. And this is such an interesting look. This is not a revolutionary documentary. This isn't something that is going to do social justice or blow you away in that way. But as a cinephile, as somebody who loves film and experienced that video rental experience, I can relate to all the commentators they had in this film as they talked about those experiences. They worked at Blockbuster. They had Paul Scheer, they had Sam Levine, Kevin Smith was in this documentary, and I laughed so hard listening to his commentary of Jamie Kennedy, of all people, and just all these different people talking about the video rental experience and how it's like Clerks. Randall worked at the video store right next to the Quick Stop, and it's just like those moments that are captured in film. They talked about Captain Marvel and how that brought nostalgia back because, you know, that trailer, Carol Danvers falls right into a Blockbuster. And you're sitting there watching this documentary, hearing this great commentary, a very informative and intriguing rise and fall of Blockbuster, that history. And the fact that they could have bought Netflix. Netflix wanted to sell to Blockbuster and team up, and Blockbuster's like, you're a fad. And look where we are now. And seeing how things have evolved during my lifetime, I used to have VHSs, like I have DVDs and Blu-rays right now, and some 4Ks as well. It's such a wonderful nostalgia trip. It's informative and intriguing, even if you're not a fan of movies. Well, like, that's the thing, if you're watching this film, you're probably a fan of movies. But like, it's such an interesting business study as well on competition and product growth. Having a master's in accounting, I'm sitting there thinking about this is such a great case study on business. And in general, this documentary has so much heart to it and is so meaningful and hit me in a special place. So all of you cinephiles out there that or like around my age or older that knew that experience of going to the video rental store, this is a must-see documentary because this will bring up some wonderful nostalgia and some great feelings and memories, and it can help you connect with the situation we're all dealing with now. And I think The Last Blockbuster is a great documentary for that reason. But those are my thoughts on The Last Blockbuster. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.